right, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Unlock Your Potential by George Samios. Today is our very first episode, and I've actually got a very special person here next to me. She's my now 2IC for my company, Mad Group. Tia started with me on this journey when she was very young. You were
19
years old, and now you're 26 years old. And there's been a big transform in your leadership, your management style, and I feel you've definitely unlocked your potential.
It's been a big journey.
It's been a fun journey, Tia. A lot of ups and downs, isn't it? I feel it's been supercharged at some points.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess all the lessons that you've learned along the way, you've just instilled them in me and shown me the right guidance and the right path.
Let's fast forward to now. You're 26, 2 properties. You're the 2IC for Mad Group. When did you first realise your potential?
I think there was definitely a moment last year when we had like many deep and meaningfuls, as we usually do, thinking about the future. And there was a moment there I was like, am I just an EA or am I something more? And there was that defining moment that you were like, no, you're something more, and we need to, unpack that. And we kind of decided that when we were doing planning and things like that for Mad as a whole, that was my role, and we just ran with it.
So last year, when we're doing all our planning, and you stepped up from not just my EA, but you really took operations as your key focus.
Yeah.
But you've had a spark longer than that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the good thing is that it's kind of like a bread and butter for me, and that it is natural to be able to plan and look ahead. And my whole life is calendars and to-do lists. So we're very lucky that I don't have to like try that hard with those types of things. And you help me along the way with ideas and putting them into practice. So working well together in that sense has been a blessing in disguise, because that's how we've come so far in, 7 years.
So what did you do? What are some things that you've been doing to help you grow? So look, some stuff. For example, I know that we've got you into EO. Mm-hmm. You did that EA class.
Correct.
There's been a few different things that we've done.
Yeah, we've done a few different things, and I think it all started with conversations that we'd have with each other, and being able to confide in you as well and go, okay, I'm not a normal 26-year-old at the end of the day. And that was what I really struggled with. And I think you helped me really believe in myself to go, okay, it's okay to not feel like this, because you also went through the same thing. And
fundamentally, you didn't want a normal life, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to live a life of financial freedom. Mm. I think that is...
Yeah, definitely.
When did you really realise in your mind that's what I want?
Definitely starting at Mad helped that, because I was never really sure what I wanted to do. Yep. Going to uni wasn't part of the plan at all.
So let's go back pre-Mad.
Pre-Mad,
where was your mindset at?
Pre-Mad, I was definitely doing a job that I loved in terms of it was around education, and I've always loved being passionate about children and, helping the next generation and those types of things, which is why we do that now at Mad as well. Coming into Mad and being part of that property talk all the time, I never really had that in my head, especially at 18, 19. And you really believe in all of us here at Mad to be able to get into the property portfolio and start that journey, and push. You help me believe in myself to be able to do that, and now we just do it. Anything you do, you just keep going.
Do it. 90% of life is
just
getting shit done.
Yeah.
So you said that I believe in you. How important is it that someone believes in you, do you think?
I think that's like number one. At the end of the day, we work very closely together. So to be able to have somebody, especially at the top, right, believe in you and push you to not have, you've never put a ceiling on me. Any idea that I've had at Mad, you're like, just go and run with it. And if it falls over, I'll pick you up if
it's all learning,
down.
Right?
Yeah,
there's no such thing as a failure. It's always a learning.
Yeah.
No matter how big the stuff up, it's a learning.
Correct. And we've had that time and time again, right? All these ideas that we've had.
So many things.
So many.
How many consultants have we had? There's a lot of learning there.
We've been through a lot. But at the same time, like all the good things that have come out of it, like our amazing giving back initiatives that all of us do and all of us are part of, it's just because we've all had an idea.
The more good we do, the more good comes back to us.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that in the last 7 years you've been here?
7 years.
The more good we keep doing, the more good comes back. And you're doing a lot of good, Tia. And I couldn't do it without you. How much of your success have you attributed to hard work versus talent?
That is a very good question. I think, like I said before, the good thing is maybe 20% of my job, it does come naturally, which is awesome, right? But then there's that push that you have to go outside your comfort zone, which is most of the day.
You're not lazy.
No,
You can't be successful and lazy.
correct.
True?
It's not in the same bucket.
It's not in the same bucket. And if you want that financial freedom and you got a bit of talent, hustle beats talent.
Correct.
Look, Tia, you're the kind of person that I get see emails at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, working. If the job needs to be done, you get it done. That's why I trust you. And I think fundamentally to be successful, you got to be able to trust people.
Yeah, absolutely. And trust the team, the people in your team, all the different projects that we work on, like all the different things in the background, right? Things don't just happen. We don't just get to this point.
So the moral of the story, to answer that question, if you want to be successful, there's a little bit of talent is required, but hard work beats talent.
Yeah, correct. And we've seen that time and time again.
I've got 2 questions, Tia. I want you to define success in your words.
It's funny because over the years, I guess it changes, right? Like if you asked me this question 7 years ago, it'd be very different. But I think asking me now, and I feel like I've grown up so quickly, especially working at MAD, is I fully believe in and what you say at time and time again in financial literacy workshops and seminars that we do as well is like if you have a job that you love, you won't work a day in your life. So, and that's what I strive to do every single day because I don't come here because I have to or, obviously we get paid at the end of the day, but I do love my job and I love every aspect of it. So, and that's what success for me in a career is finding something that you're passionate about because then, it's so easy and you can just do it every day.
So there you've got it from Tia. If you find a job or career that you're passionate about, you'll never work a day in your life and you'll work your way to the top and you'll be successful because you don't count the hours. You don't, you do come to work not dreading coming to work. You're actually excited to come to work.
You're passionate.
You're passionate. It's actually a good feeling to be excited to come to work and do what you love and help people.
Yeah, correct. But I guess it's not until you're actually in that mind frame you can believe that statement, which is why it's so hard for people to get there.
It's like the analogy with the 3 bricklayers. Mm-hmm. So you've got 3 different bricklayers. A bricklayer does it because he needs the money. That's what he says. I do this because I need the money. And you ask the second bricklayer, what do you do this for? He goes, look, I need to do it for my family. I'm doing this job to provide for my family. And then you ask the third bricklayer, what are you doing this for? And he goes, look, George, I'm building a church. We aren't mortgage brokers. You're not an operations manager. We believe that we're helping the people.
Yeah, correct.
Fundamentally, in the blood of this business, we actually fully 100% believe that we're helping people achieve financial freedom. You're doing it at 2 properties at 26 years old, not normal. And most people in the business are on that same journey. We practice what we preach. We love what we do, and people know it.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone believes it here at MAD, right? Not just the brokers. It's everyone, the whole family.
Everyone's on the What's one bold decision you made that scared you at the time but proved to be essential in your progress?
I think the toughest decision probably like I said before, in the last 12 months was that decision of I'm not just an EA. Even though I love it and I love doing that part of my role, but it is stepping outside the comfort zone and challenging myself because operationally, running a business is not easy. Otherwise, everyone would do it, right?
If you don't change yourself, you won't change your future. And I know you love EA. I know you love Doffy, but your true calling is being an operations manager.
Yeah. So it was a really tough decision because it's like, do I just keep doing what I love and I know I can do that every day, or do I push myself and go, okay, there's a challenge, let's take it.
And look how much MAD has changed in the last 12 months.
Crazy.
So Tia, when I first unlocked my potential, you know the story.
Yes.
I was a failure in school, never passing my grades. And it wasn't until year 11 when I put my mind to something and I worked hard for it, I realized the potential of those 2 things, putting your mind to something, believing in something, wanting something, and working hard for it. And for me, it was making the first 15 team at Villanova. What moment in your life did you realize that if you want something and you work hard for it, you get it? At what moment was the first time you unlocked?
I think it was actually buying my first property.
Tell me about it.
Well, I had a goal in that year. It was COVID actually. When I turned 21, I was like, okay, before I turn 21, I want to buy a property. COVID happened. So it turned when I turned 22, I bought my first property. And I honestly didn't think that I'd ever get that. For some reason, I just thought, I don't know.
It wasn't an easy one.
Yeah.
There was no guarantor option.
No.
You had to save for your deposit, pay lender's mortgage insurance. At the time, you didn't want to do that.
Yes.
But I told you that it's a one-off cost and it's going to get you in the market.
Yeah.
You save your deposit. How hard was that?
Hard. It was like at 22 to have $90,000 was a big thing, and you had to make sacrifices in order to do that. So,
but let's have a look at that, right? I remember like yesterday, I was FaceTiming you. I had Georgina at the time.
Yeah, Eleni was just born.
Eleni was just born, my second.
Yeah, at the auction.
And I was in Cooperoo in York Street, my then house.
Yeah.
You were at the auction with
Arthur
Condolian.
Yeah.
And are you FaceTiming me and you were going, George, it's 600 grand. What do I do? I said, keep going, Tia.
Yeah.
And there was 610. Keep going, Tia. What do I do? Keep going. And then you got it for 630.
And I bid it against myself.
That's right. But 630 for a house in Macrovat
Yes.
isn't normal.
And the day before we offered 650, remember?
I remember. We went through. We wanted to try and get it pre-auction. The market was pretty hot at that time.
Yeah.
Obviously, subsequently, we realised the market's a lot hotter than what it was.
Yes.
What a property, though.
It is. It's my home now.
That's your house now. You renovated it. Mm-hmm. You completely transformed it.
Yeah.
Thanks to your father. He's a very handy man. He got involved. Shout out to Paul. Yeah. He did a great job on the kitchen.
Yes.
But the bathrooms look good. Everything's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now that house got to be worth probably 1.4, maybe 1.5. Let's be real. And then you use that. So the house started at 630.
Correct.
Now it's worth 1.4, 1.5. Early this year, what did you do with that equity?
Bought a unit.
You bought another property. The Queen of Macrovat.
I know.
You bought
Who
another.
would have thought?
You bought another property in Macrovat. And I reckon you've made a lot of money on that unit because you paid how much for it?
I think 560.
Which go find me a unit for 560 now. So the market's moved a lot this year. So you capitalize that equity.
Yep.
All right. So what your loan is to the value of your property, you use that equity to buy the unit, and you borrowed 100% plus fees.
Yep.
Using the equity. That's how people continue building their portfolios. So now you've got a couple of $1 million of real estate at 26. Pretty good, Tia.
I know.
Proud of you.
Crazy.
And that's what we do. That's the power of unlocking your potential, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, considering I didn't think I could even do it, and like we said before, you know, the belief that you gave in me in terms of just my job role, but even as an individual is how I got here.
And let's be real. You owning a few properties, has that stopped you from living a pretty beautiful life?
No.
We went to Europe this year. You saw some places even I haven't been yet.
I know.
So a lot of people think, you know, people with a few properties, they're going to struggle. What do you say to that?
I mean, it's definitely a tricky one because there's obviously times where you're like, okay, now I need to strap in. So when I got back from Europe, I definitely had to strap in because obviously, you know, interest rates and things like that. But at the same time, it's never stopped me from doing the things that I love to do. And I love going out with friends. I'm a big social person. So
Probably the most social person.
yeah. So that hasn't stopped me. And, you know, obviously I do like nice things, you know, dressing up and going out and all those types of things. And holidays, travel is something that I'm very passionate about.
And you're a successful person, Tia, but the properties, let's just call them, round them up to 2 mil of real estate.
Yep.
The market moves 10%, which it'll probably move this year. That's 200 grand capital growth in a year. You're not
I couldn't save that.
You can't save that.
No way.
And that's the power of compounding interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then next year it's got 2.2 mil of property and so on and so forth.
Yeah. And then to buy the dream family home.
And that's the goal. That's the vision. That's what you want. And to get that, you have to do this. I live in my dream house. Only the reason I can live in my dream house is because of decisions I made at your age.
Yeah, correct.
The 20s is important, more important than people think. People who made good decisions in their 20s are reaping the rewards big time in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah, well, we see that every day.
We see that every day. A lot of people don't wake up and try to do smart decisions like this until they're, well, look, the average age of an Aussie is 36.
It's true.
I mean, how far behind the 8 ball are you buying your 36? What do you think your Macrovat house will be worth by the time you're my age? That's 10 years away, Tia. Your house, which is worth 1.4, 1.5 today, in 10 years will be $3 million.
Which is crazy, right? I'd never thought that when I bought it.
So a lot of people think too much. I don't want to buy the Macrovat house. It needs a lot of work. What if, and think too much. But the problem is, it's not your forever house. It never
exactly.
was.
It's a stepping stone.
It was a stepping stone.
Yeah.
If you could give someone advice who was Tia at 18 years old about unlocking their potential, about decisions of where to work, about real estate, what would you tell them?
I think definitely in terms of where to work is obviously finding what you're passionate about, but it doesn't have to be a forever thing. Same with the house, it's a stepping stone, right? So if you're interested in marketing, go find what you're passionate, because marketing is so broad. So definitely for an 18-year-old or 19-year-old to be finding your little niche, but it doesn't have to be forever, and it's okay. And the second one is definitely finding a mentor that you can count on, because if you don't have that, there's no one to bounce ideas off, right? Like I've, for the last 7 years, been able to go, hey, George, I need to talk to you about this. And, no one knows. At the end of the day, there's so many conversations that we've had that, even my closest friends and family don't know, because we work together every day, right? And we know the ins and outs of each other. So to be able to find someone and have a mentor along the way is very important. Someone that you can trust, obviously.
So you have to trust them. Do you think it's important they need to actually have achieved stuff?
Absolutely.
And they have to be aligned with your values?
Yeah, 100%. That's probably the most important things is, having someone that's successful in their own right. And it doesn't mean you have to get there as well. At the end of the day, I'm not sitting here going, I want to be George Samios. But if I can take little bits and pieces from you.
You nailed it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be led. And you know that I got a leadership coach, and you do as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to let these people lead us because we trust and respect them. You don't know what you don't know. And fundamentally, you don't have to want to be exactly like them, but shit, you got to want to be a lot like them.
Correct.
True?
100%.
If I was doing drugs every weekend, you wouldn't follow me.
No. Or the other thing is that people get trapped is they do follow that path because they think, oh, the person above me is doing that, I have to do it too.
Exactly. And that's why I left the banking industry. I didn't like who I had to become and all the people above me, and I broke off. And we created MAD as a 23-year-old with a vision to live in a positive bubble with no malakias, we call it.
Yeah.
And so it's beautiful that you say that we don't encourage that at this place.
No.
And because you're right. A young person can be easily led, right? Imagine if their leader, someone who they look up to, is doing all that bullshit. That's going to have a bad impact on their life, right?
Because they think they have to do it too. But if you trust your mentor, then...
So what if people are watching this and they're working for someone who they think is leading them down the wrong...
Jump off the train.
Jump off the train.
Yeah.
If you're letting someone lead you who you don't want to be like, jump off the train.
100%.
Go jump on another train.
Yeah,
You're young,
there's so many of them.
There's trains going everywhere.
Jump on the MAD train.
Jump on the MAD train. We're looking for good people all the time. What limiting beliefs did you have here? And we all had them. What limiting beliefs did you have to overcome to get to the level you're on of your personal career?
I mean, the podcast is about being vulnerable, right? So I could easily say surface level things, but my biggest thing was I didn't want to be different. And that was my struggle for so long.
Why don't you want to be different?
I don't know, but, all those conversations we had was like, don't talk about my pay, don't do this, don't do that. I want to be like everyone else. And that was the biggest thing that I had to overcome was being able to just believe in myself until you forced me to believe in myself and I believed that I can do it. And it's not just luck at the end of the day, right? We all worked hard to get to where we are. And that was definitely a big limiting belief that I had for myself.
So you didn't believe in yourself at the start, which shows the power of what happens when someone has belief in you.
Correct.
And I believed in you from the first time I met you.
Yeah.
And the power of belief and hard work got you to where you are today.
Yeah. Even though it was 7 years that you had to believe in me, but we got there, right? There was
It's been a supercharged train too.
Yeah.
Do you feel you've fully unlocked your potential or you still think there's more to unlock?
Well, it's good to know that I've unlocked where I needed to, but there's definitely more to come.
But what habits have you been doing to keep yourself in a good mindset?
Like we said before, both of us have a leadership coach, so thank you to Coxie. There was one moment, I think this year, I don't know what, May or something, he looked me dead in the eyes in a meeting and was like, you need to be the best version of you. Because there was a time, we have ups and downs.
Always.
And that month was definitely a down month. And it was like, looked me dead in the eyes, and you were there as well. It was like, just go be the best version of you. And I think I just took that and ran with it. Even though you've said it so many times, we all say that it takes 3 people to tell you something before you go, okay, I need to go do it. And I definitely had to lose weight for one. I had to be happy within myself. And then I started attracting, all these positive things, because I think I was definitely looking for the red in that month.
I'm a big believer in habits equal great outcomes.
Yeah.
And when I'm training 4 or 5 times a week, when I'm drinking my water, when I'm eating healthy, doesn't matter what happens, I'll smash it.
Yeah.
And I try to tell as many people as I can about this.
Yeah.
And so it's good to see that, you've now implemented going to the gym. And how's that changed your mindset?
Well, I needed to lose weight. I definitely wanted to do that. So losing 12 kilos. And I mean, we hear it time and time again. So many people say, if you just go to the gym, do this, do that.
Yeah.
We hear it
But
all
then
the time.
There's always a
light bulb moment. Yeah. And I definitely had that light bulb moment. And obviously you feel better within yourself. So you present yourself a lot better.
Yep.
You stand tall and you're proud of yourself. And then obviously you can give more to others, because every day there's how many people at MAD you and I have to be able to give. So if you can't even give to yourself, we can't give to 30 people.
Correct. Every time I do a talk anywhere,
Yep.
Like a talk to the school kids, whether we do a seminar, I need to really get in there and give it all. I have to go to the gym that morning.
And you have to have a clear mind as well.
Got to clear your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good to hold on to stuff, right? It's good to let go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell yourself, knowing now what you're capable of? What would you tell yourself?
How old am I when I'm telling myself?
Let's say, Tia, you're just finished school. So you're finishing school.
Yep.
You're now 26 years old. What would you tell yourself knowing what you know now?
I think definitely just finishing school is you don't have to follow the crowd. Obviously, if you want to be a doctor, go to university.
That's so true.
At the same time, I felt like I didn't fit in because I didn't go down the university pathway, and the job that I was doing, I was like, am I doing the right thing? Am I wasting time? All these different things would go through your head. But at the same time, it led me to where I am now. So I had to go through those hoops and all those learnings and those lessons to be able to sit where we are today. But at the same time, in that moment, leaving school, everyone was going to university. And then here I was not doing that. So, just to be able to tell my younger self that it's okay, just keep doing what you're doing, because at the same time, you're meeting so many different people.
Yep.
And you're getting all this life experience. I traveled from such a young age with work, going to Sydney all the time, meeting big CEOs of companies, and just to be able to talk to them. Not many people have had those life experiences that I've been able to take on and learn from. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Last question, T. What kind of impact do you want to have on someone watching this right now? Someone who's same sort of age, maybe a bit younger, maybe a bit older. What impact do you want to have on your story? Of you unlocking your potential, of the things that you've achieved? Is it possible for everyone?
Yeah.
What sort of impact do you want to have?
I think the lesson that I would love someone to take away, it doesn't matter what job role you're in a company, you can still make an impact. So just because I'm not a broker doesn't mean I'm not helping the next generations of clients buy their first home, but we still have 30 people in our team that I can impact as well and that we can impact. So definitely would love that lesson to be able to, someone to take away from that and just jump into the property portfolio. Like we always say, buy now, wait, and never wait.
So it doesn't matter what job you're doing, whether you're an electrician, whether you're a receptionist at a doctor's surgery, go above and beyond and work hard.
Yep.
You never get further in your career unless you work hard.
Correct.
Yeah?
Yep.
And if you've got the ability to, buy more real estate.
Yep.
There you guys have it.
2 biggest lessons.
That's the 2 big lessons from Tia. Doesn't matter what industry you are in, work hard and good things will happen. And when you're making good money and you've got savings or equity, buy more real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah? Thank you, Tia, for being the very first person on Unlock Your Potential.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. Without Tia Niarhos, Unlock Your Potential by George Samios would not even exist. Thank you, Tia.
Thank you.